loaded episode of the Option Select Podcast. I'm Rick Pena. Today we have
Steven. Hello.
And also
Morris.
And of course we have
Ruben.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you? This is a podcast
I
where
like that he forgo doing the introduction.
we go and talk about how our week was. We talk about video games, things that we just things of interest. It's like hanging out with your friends, shooting the shit. Oh, here she is. Hey, what's up, guys? So, anyways, we start every episode with how was your week. Let's start with our guest, Kevin.
My week was pretty good. I was at Richie, which is a different store. It was alright. It was pretty slow up until today.
Really?
And I still have to go there tomorrow. But
Oh, you work Saturday?
yeah, because I was off Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than that, I was playing video games. I
Apex?
started Outer Worlds.
I saw you.
Pretty fun.
The
dude.
load
Like,
speeds?
Huh?
The loading?
The load time sucks on that game. Like, holy hell. Like, I'm super careful not to die.
I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing it, because like at the first calling, they're like, "Hey, go inside and talk to somebody. Then go back outside. Then go back
Yeah.
in." I'm like, I think I forgot something. I'm like,
Nah, see, I learned that quick, and I literally do everything that's out in the open, and then when I'm ready to turn everything in,
Then you
is
go.
when I finally go back to town. But I do everything.
like you
So I
like
go to one load speed.
you enter town.
Oh God.
You enter
Yeah.
town. You go to the restroom, get dinner ready, then come back to your room, eat. Like, okay, now you're back in
Now
town.
you're back in the game. Yeah. The load times of the game are
On the
horrible.
PS5 at least, yeah.
I'm ready for
PS4?
PS5.
PS4.
Don't you talk about that PS5
Right.
red times yet?
And what is this game?
Outer Worlds. It's from the makers. They did the expansion for Fallout.
They did New Vegas. It wasn't expensive.
I got a
So
copy.
they
It's
made
a
a
game.
game. It's literally Fallout,
In sci-fi.
but it's
Well,
science. Yeah, sci-fi,
colonizing
instead of being
planets.
post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
So you should have your stat modifiers, charisma, speech, all that shit.
They changed up a couple things.
Yeah, and you can like, depending on the decisions you make, the outcome of the story is different. Like early on, like you could turn in one of the main bad guys.
Oh yeah.
Like I almost did it. I was like, can I turn him in now? Like, what is it gonna do? I Googled it. They're like, don't do this. You get the bad ending. I'm like, okay. I don't know where that dude is, but it's pretty cool. I mean, other than that, just playing Apex Legends. Ton of Apex Legends, bro.
And I was thinking about it. I was watching you stream, and you're like, I think you said you won a game, and we just happened to log off.
Yeah, y'all logged off right when I was winning an actual game. Like, oh, cool, thanks, friends. Sure.
Well,
But yeah, yeah. Other than that, it's pretty good. But yeah, the load times are the only thing my only complaint about the game so far. It's the load times.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Morris, how was your week?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I turned 35 this week. So, yay me. It was a pretty easy week. Nobody was giving me any shit. And I felt like every all day the girls were trying to like feed me cakes and cupcakes and shit.
Really?
Yeah, working with older Spanish women, man, they don't let you forget a birthday. Not once, not twice.
That's good. Any games?
I've mostly been playing League of Legends. I did a few runs through Resident Evil 2 again, just so I could freshen myself up for a stream that I failed miserably last week, and I got it down. It's pretty good.
You talking about the one you did on last Friday?
Yeah.
That one was fun. I mean,
I actually fail. Like,
I actually had fun watching.
He failed it by a minute and 11
That's
seconds.
right.
Okay,
it's pretty good. You still got an S, right?
no. It drops you all the way to an A,
Damn.
which is frustrating because it was a minute and 11 seconds, and I knew I could do better. But I didn't play that. I don't play that route too much.
You're playing like Leon B, I think.
Leon B is literally the route that I played the least. Most of the time I stick to Claire A, Claire B. I've played Leon A enough, but I didn't play nearly enough Leon B.
Mm-hmm. Ruben, how was your week?
My week was pretty solid, dude.
Actually,
I did a lot of working this week, and then I finished up Last of Us and the DLC. Getting ready for today. Now that Last of Us 2 is out, I'm ready. I'm ready to get back home, get done with this podcast, get back on that shit, bro. Cause I started the intro, and I'm watching like him flashback through like what happened through the ending of Last of Us, and he's like cleaning the guitar, and like the fucking details in his hands and like the environment and everything look really really cool. And he's with his brother, because at the end of Last of Us, spoiler alert for anybody who didn't
If you haven't played it,
2013, he goes back to his brother with Ellie,
Uh-huh.
and he's like playing through like what he didn't like tell his brother everything. He was just telling him like the liner notes, like this is what happened, basically, but not like everything that he was saying or whatever. So while he's telling him the story, in the background, all the real shit was happening.
Yeah.
With the ending and all that stuff. So I started that, and then like you start going through this town, and then like I stopped, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna get right back on it. Let's go do this podcast. Let's knock it out of the park, and then tomorrow, all fucking day with.
You gotta do a Miles deal first.
Oh, what? No, that's 6 p.m., bro. I got all day to play some Last of Us, so I'm gonna be doing that. Huh?
No work?
No, I'm not working tomorrow. I'm working next weekend. So. Other than that, man, I got rated as a top 100 RSR in the company, which was nice. I'm number 60, and just to give it some perspective, like we have 30 RSRs at my location alone. That doesn't include the other 4 locations in Houston. It doesn't include Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, New Braunfels, fucking College Station, just in Texas, not including every state, all 50 states plus 48 other countries. So top 60 in the world's pretty freaking badass. I'm very proud of myself. And then Boss Man hit me up today while we were at the lunch. He was like, hey man, good news text. He goes, you did so much sales, fucking 3 months ago before all this stuff went down. You're getting a fat ass bonus. And I was like,
thank
yeah.
you.
I needed that. So that's going to cover my entire house note
Yeah.
for next month. So hell yeah, dude, I'm fucking stoked. Like,
so do you get your purple mattress back?
no, definitely not. No, I'm looking at something else right now. I think we're gonna be looking at like a Sealy or something. But other than that,
I can't recommend Beauty Rest enough.
yeah, Sealy's are pretty dope.
I'm just saying, dude, if you gotta get your mattress in a box,
Don't. I mean, purple is pretty
box.
fucking nice.
It's in a
dude.
box.
It is really nice.
I don't know,
And it
I'm
didn't
just-
come in a
I'm
box.
just looking down.
It didn't come in a box.
in a
Actually,
bag?
it came in a nice giant sleeping bag.
I'm just being
very
shitty.
big.
I'm just being shitty.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I don't have an adjustable mattress like your fucking top tier self. But yeah, no, it was a good mattress. But yeah, so I got some good news this week from work. Even though work's been like fucking stressing me out, and a lot of stuff happening with COVID and things like that. Funny story. Since we're talking about
Still around, bro.
our weeks, like I'm pulling up to the dock on Monday, right? So I pull up to the dock. I'm opening up my doors. I haven't stepped foot outside my truck yet. My boss happens to be walking by. Not my general manager, but just a boss.
Yeah.
Right? Just happens to be walking by. He goes, "Where's your mask?" Like yelling at me, like 20 feet away, right? I haven't even opened the door and stepped foot on the dock yet. "Where's your mask?" So I'm just like, I just got here. Like, give me a fucking second. Like, I've got a mask. Like, relax. Like I haven't gotten there. I'm not around
and there's
anybody.
a distance.
There's a distance.
Like,
also,
bro.
you had to yell at me, and I had to ask you to repeat yourself. So anyway, he gives me that whole little spiel about you need to wear your mask, and I was like, well, first of all, since when, right? And he goes, well, since COVID started, and I was like, you didn't start wearing your mask until today, right? That's when you started wearing your mask. But it's all right. Whatever.
And you're way the fuck over there.
And you're also so far away. So anyway, we ended up having a meeting on like Thursday, right? And we ended up having a meeting yesterday morning, and the guy was just kind of like, he goes, there was like all of our managers, like general manager, our HR rep, not our HR rep, but somebody else. She's like the office manager or some shit like that, and then like 2 other managers that were up there, and they're talking, and they're like, don't slack off on this COVID stuff, like talking all while 6 feet within 6 feet of each other, all while not wearing masks, right? But they're like, don't slack off on this COVID shit, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. Question: where are your masks? Second question: why are y'all 6 feet, like within 6 feet of each other, like just in front of everybody in the meeting? They're just looking at me like, they fucking pulled out their masks, they put on their mask. I was like, well,
yeah.
I was like, are we gonna follow all the rules or some of the
Or
rules?
just the convenient ones. The ones that
we're just gonna do the ones that are whatever. Are we all the rules or some of the rules? Which one are we doing? Because if you don't have to wear your mask in a meeting full of 30 people, then I'm just gonna take my mask off.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear this shit. Anyway, and then later on, my boss like touched me. He like tapped me on the back while I was talking to another manager. And he was trying to tell me something. I was like, sir, can you please not touch me? You're too close. Just don't touch me, please. You're far too close. If you can touch me, you're not 6 feet away from me. Please don't touch me. oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. But I just all this contradicting shit. Like either you do some of it or you don't.
Whatever's convenient for them.
Any of it.
If it's not convenient, well, you know what,
Well,
that's
whatever.
what it is.
But yeah, so other than the silly shit happening at work, everything seems to be on the up and up. Like I said, just Last of Us, and then now starting Last of Us 2, ready to go. So, how was your week, bro?
Pretty good. Came back from vacation, so like that Monday, I was like, fuck, dude, I don't go back to work after having a week off, you know?
Right.
Like this sucks. Like I should have took 2 weeks in a row, but because like, dude, you would have been bored out of your fucking skull. So I was like, yeah. But went back to work. It was fine. A little warm out there. Played a lot more Persona. Like a lot of Persona.
Still.
Yeah, still playing it. Like 75 hours in, bro. Still playing it. You
Come
know.
on.
Didn't get too much news going on my part. I got the MPDs. Don't look at them because I know
I already looked at them earlier, bro.
Looked at the MPDs. That's about it. Nothing too much. I know no prices from the PlayStation revealed. But other than that, though, pretty chill week. I'm relaxing and then going to milestone tomorrow. But that's about it on my end.
Miles is having a thing tomorrow?
Yeah, he's getting old.
No,
just
shit.
like
Like
other
He's
people.
like this guy.
Like this guy.
Ooh. With the owl.
Yeah. What subjects do you got? What notes?
Oh man, there's all
I
kinds
didn't
of
take shit.
Huh?
I didn't take shit.
You can take shit. Well, I mean,
Take
no,
shit notes.
Oh, normal.
So
week
normal
guy.
podcast. Oh, okay. Normal podcast. Oh, okay.
Normal podcast.
Well, the
So
biggest
can we talk
news
about the load times
on what? Just video games? Because they're dog shit.
in general. Like it's fucking garbage, right?
Yeah. So
Outer
we're
Worlds is fucking garbage on load times. You play Skyrim, garbage.
oh garbage,
Right?
garbage.
I don't think people realize how fast the PlayStation 5 processes.
Having the SSD.
Like go back and watch the Ratchet and Clank. Like when he's teleporting to a
it's-
different dimension, that's instant loading.
That is.
That's what that is. That's instant loading. Because he's going from one plane, and when he hits the little portal, it just puts him right into the next level.
Yeah, I thought it was
basically.
just gameplay.
No, that's fucking him going from level to level instantly through loading.
Really?
Because it's a different level, essentially. Think of it as...
Do you know if they have it preloaded in the backdrop?
I don't know, because when you're running as Ratchet and Clank,
Right.
like you're in this world, you know, like World 1, right? And then when the portal is right there, you only see like a little bit of it, right? It's fragmented, and then when he
shoot your
shoots
little
into it, it instantly loads everything.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, I could see something like that if you have predetermined destinations, they can preload them while you're running around, so that as you're playing, it's a lot smoother.
True,
I think
but
like
there are
Spider-Man
some
did that.
situations where he's on the one level, and I guess you could preload multiples, right? Because there was some where it's 3 different portals, and each was a different world.
No, it wasn't.
So
it
imagine-
wasn't a different world. It was just a different instance or a different position where he was on the map. So what was happening is he was pulling like he was pulling himself through the portal,
Right.
and then he was going to a different location on the map, which was like a different time where they were just at. It's kind of like it's like time travel and dimension travel, like,
Right.
but it's like still within the same set of dimension, which is weird. It's like just a different instance, is what it looked like to me. It looked like the exact same spot, or not the exact same spot, but like further, like
using
just
Tracer.
he was just like in a different instance, exactly like Tracer, like he blinked from one to the other.
Right.
But it
it's
wasn't like
instantly loading a different level.
fair enough.
That's literally what it's doing. But it's true. It could be like predetermined for that particular instance or whatever. But it looked fucking insane. Like if you go back and just watch it, like he's just like dimension
I
portal
did.
hopping.
When-
And every level is different. It's like a different level.
And
different level.
they explained
Holy shit, dude.
a lot on that one too. They were like, it's all with ray tracing, with
Yeah.
particle physics, all the things that all the bells and whistles that you would want in a game. That's basically it's
Yeah.
got it on launch day. Like what?
And I know they had months ago like the dev kit, and they were loading Spider-Man, and it was taking 40 seconds, which seems like fucking forever if you just sit there for 40 seconds on the load screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put it on the PS5, and it's like 7 seconds. I'm like,
Oh,
what the
so
fuck,
like
dude?
the reverse of when we switched from Resident Evil 2
Yeah, we were
to
talking about
Resident Evil 3. He has it on PS4 Pro, And when we switch, I'm just sitting there like, this load screen is 17 years long.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was playing whenever he was doing his stream earlier. It was Resident Evil 2 on PC, and then he completed it within his 2-hour allotment.
With a 10-minute buffer.
Oh, 10-minute buffer.
10-minute buffer.
And then we put in the PS4 version of Resident Evil 3 because that's where I bought Resident Evil 3. I don't know why I did that.
You don't have a Pro?
Huh? Yeah, it's a Pro.
Oh, okay.
It's still a Pro.
But
it's still slower than
It's
the
like
PC.
the load times
Oh,
are
yeah, yeah.
pretty
Sure,
long.
yeah.
We're like, we even brought it up on the stream. We're like, this load time sucks.
You guys started just like playing Go Fish. Like,
Yeah. It's like, did I get older again?
Yeah.
Oh,
Year
man.
older.
But yeah, no, load times for current consoles
That's
do
all
suck,
I'm excited for.
especially when you're used to PC.
Load times are
Can we get a
actually,
price?
Killed. No, they're playing chicken with the price. No, the load times are what kind of killed me with the Great Hunt. No,
Witcher?
The Witcher, because it seemed man, every time I'd try to go somewhere, I would have to travel for like 45 minutes, and then I would die. It would take forever to load, and then I'd be like, oh, I don't even know where I was at.
No, never mind. I would quit too. I've done that before. Like, oh, I got really far. Oh, I didn't save. Oh, I'm out.
I do that.
Delete game.
I do that once in a while.
Delete game.
We uninstall, sir.
Oh, uninstall game.
We PC gamers, we like to draw the line.
Uninstall game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so load times definitely fucking sucks. But the biggest news for me, speaking of getting delayed load times, is delayed games.
That's a good segue.
And my game that I've been looking forward to, that I took vacation for.
Ghost of Tsushima?
No, that one's still coming out in time. That one's still coming out in time. But the game that I've been looking forward to this entire year got
Call of
delayed
Duty?
again.
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty?
No.
Is
I don't
it
even think that's
Madden that got
out.
delayed?
New Madden?
No, Madden's actually coming out on Steam for the first time.
And 2K game? That's
NBA
cool.
2K20?
No, FIFA you can pre-order on
FIFA?
Steam,
Is there
and
a new
also
The
Pokemon?
Pokemon Cafe.
Ooh, Pokemon.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Snap. Actually, that got announced
that got
too.
announced,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
It's
that's
already
cool.
delayed.
No,
Sorry,
Cyberpunk. Oh, Cyberpunk 2077
What's
got
that?
delayed yet again.
Did you read the note?
Is that a new
Huh?
game?
Yeah, it's a new game, new
What
IP.
is it about?
Huh? It's about a cybernetic person
Reeves.
whose dick you can make bigger or tits you can make bigger.
Is Altered Carbon?
Altered Carbon, the video game. Yeah,
Okay, I'm in.
exactly. Yeah, that got announced as a delay.
Did you read the message?
Until November 19th. I didn't give a fuck enough to read
Well,
the message.
I read the message. I actually read the message, and they said I'm paraphrasing here, but they actually said the game is complete.
Yep.
Everything, all the quests, all the polish, all the characters, all the quests, everything is done. The game is done.
Okay, why is it not here?
But we want to make sure we get all the bugs out. We want
Yeah.
this to be completely perfect. We don't this okay is not good with us. We want this game to be perfect. They want all the bugs out.
You know how good the
Full
game
of
is
shit.
going
You know
to be.
how- yeah.
You know
Full
how
of shit.
good it's going to be, right?
Full of shit. You know how many bugs Witcher had at launch?
And they don't want it.
They don't
That's
want that.
why
I
they
guess
keep
they
pushing
learned.
it back.
They learned, right?
They learned,
they
bro,
did.
yeah.
Witcher 1, Witcher 2, Witcher 3, and then all of a sudden they're gonna learn.
And
in
even,
Cyberpunk.
even at the beginning of that note too, they're like, "This is a really hard decision for us.
Go
Like, we don't
fuck
want to."
yourself.
I think they know their fan base. They don't want to
Because
shit
they
on
know
them.
they want that money, bro. They ain't getting no money from anything else.
It's hype building.
It is.
That's all
Yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
but then the conspiracy part started clicking. I was like, oh, they wanted to push it right for the next gen
Holiday
consoles.
and next gen
Perfect.
consoles. That's where my brain went.
Is there
And
a
they didn't
bundle?
go with, oh, we're gonna
Is there a
push
bundle?
both.
Yeah,
Bundle.
I'm not gonna survive.
So
Yeah.
there is for
Xbox?
Xbox, yeah. There is right now. The Xbox console already came out, which comes with the Xbox copy of the video game, but like for Xbox One, not for Xbox Series X. But they said that you get the step up program, or what is it called?
Yeah, you get the free upgrade.
The free upgrade.
If you
Smart
buy it on
game
the
delivery.
PS4 or if you buy it on the Xbox One, it is backwards compatible. And when you load it into the PS5 or Xbox One, there's like an upgrade to it, a patch
Uh-huh.
to make it
But
better
and
or
if you
run correctly. I don't
Excuse
know.
me.
Yeah, if you
They
buy
call it
it,
upgrade.
if you buy it on console, if you buy it on PS5 console, basically what's going to end up happening is the game will play better, of course, on the new
Mhm.
PS5 console, but they're going to have a patch, an upgrade patch for 2021
Yeah.
that will make it stand out more so than the PS4 version.
Will it have a data disk?
Huh? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That because Last of Us came with a data disc today. I was like, fuck, they come
We
more
talked
and
about
more
it, yeah.
with data discs. Like Final Fantasy.
Did Modern Warfare
What's a
have
data
it?
disc?
It's where like you have to put the first disc in to install the game, and then
Oh,
you
like
put
Red
the
Dead.
play disc. Exactly like Red Dead, yeah.
That's how
Where the
big
games are like 100 and something gigs.
I
Just
just
to,
digital download.
Weren't all like PC games? Didn't they
Yeah,
all
that's
start
all,
with data
yeah.
discs? Like
That's
you.
literally
no,
PC
but
games.
it would be like,
I remember
but they
Diablo
were-
2 had a data disc.
but they weren't Blu-rays though.
Right.
Well,
But
yeah.
Blu-rays are like,
ton
I
of
don't
Maxing
know,
out Blu-rays now,
100.
bro.
Yeah, but like the Blu-ray is like 100 times the size of a regular.
Right, but that's how much processing shit they need, dude.
Yeah,
Maxing
but,
out Blu-ray.
but they would have like
you need
four.
the next step.
Like Diablo would be
the
like
load times.
4.
Load time, bro.
Diablo would be like 4 discs, and then the last disc would be your play disc, and you would have to have that disc in the fucking computer or whatever. I remember that.
Yeah.
But like consoles nowadays, it's like okay, these graphically intense games, they're doing that more often, which is fine. But I was just like, god damn, like I
But
didn't
that's because
expect.
they pushed the system to its max. At
Yeah,
this point.
after 7 years.
Yeah.
You know.
They
Can we
need
just accept that basically they're marketing computers and PC games to us as consoles?
At the same time.
Yeah.
At the same time. Yeah. No, we've come to terms with that fact.
Yeah, we're fine with
But the thing is, the reason why I play PlayStation and the reason why I have a PlayStation over everything else, over the other consoles, is because I can play Last of Us, or I can play God of War, or I can play
Yeah.
Exclusives to
Horizon
whatever.
Zero Dawn. I can't play those on my
God of
PC,
War.
which is the only reason why I own a PlayStation 4 Pro.
Well, maybe a year later.
Yeah.
Like Death Stranding, I think that finally
Same
came
thing
out.
with Street Fighter. I didn't buy a PlayStation until Street Fighter came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
until
don't
until I found out Street Fighter was
yeah.
coming out, like, okay,
I waited,
sure,
yeah.
sure, yeah.
I'm buying it.
Like there's no game on Xbox that I want.
Yeah,
Other than Killer Instinct, and I'm like, I
I
really
bought
don't want to
Killer
buy
Instinct.
Xbox One.
I bought Killer Instinct, dude, and the sticks that Mikkel made me, the old school ones, the purple ones that are
Yeah.
over there, she has a Brooks converter in there. So all I did was just plug it to my tower.
Mhm.
I was already playing, dude.
Oh yeah, if you got the converter.
Yeah.
It's solid. Yeah.
Sweet.
It doesn't time out or anything.
No? Well, I don't think it's timed out.
After
should-
like 8 minutes, it'll time out.
You should be able to use PlayStation sticks on there as well.
I might have to download some drivers or something.
Uh-uh.
That's about
Yeah,
it.
that's-
But even
that-
I don't even know the Pantera ones.
I got you,
I don't
Papa.
know.
That's what I'm curious about with the PS5, because it's got the 2 USBs, right?
Yeah, USB-C and USB 3.0.
3.1.
3.1, excuse me.
If you put like the little dongle that converts it or whatever,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like is that gonna time you out?
They're gonna time you out,
You know?
and it doesn't. Would it add any like delay?
Any delay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's
I
no
mean,
telling. Like
I
how are
honestly-
you gonna put 2.6 together? You
I
can't.
honestly don't think that
Not
there'll
going
be a
back.
lot of delay for a 3.1 port at all.
Yeah.
3.1 is pretty fucking fast. Like I'm adding audiobooks to my phone with 3.1 and it takes like 3 seconds. And we're talking about like multiple gigs.
Yeah.
Like I could put like 10 books on my phone that I downloaded from on my computer, which my computer connection is faster, so that's why I downloaded from Audible or whatever onto my computer, and then I just transfer them over, and it's like fucking lightning fast.
What is Audible?
Huh? Audible is Amazon's audiobook service.
Oh, I have that.
I mean, there's a difference though between downloading audiobooks and actually pushing a key, you know, and having the response, the MS, you know, go travel and back. I think that's kind of a difference.
There is kind of a difference, but like also in the same token, in that respect, have you ever played from your Elgato on like a computer screen? Because I have.
On a computer
Like with
screen?
using the game capture, like using the actual game capture with instant game cast. Have you used that yet? Or have you just been streaming it up there and then like cutting it to the computer and using Streamlabs?
Streamlabs, yeah.
Do you get any latency whenever? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's transferring the audio, the video,
But I'm just
your
playing
controller
off
input.
TV first though. I'm
It
playing
doesn't
off TV.
matter. It's still using USB to do all that, and you're doing it instantly. It's not like you're pressing a button and then it shows up
Will the Elgato
10 minutes
interfere?
later. Huh?
Will the Elgato
No,
capture
because
card
it's
interfere?
running through a HDMI. That's running HDMI off the console. What I'm talking about is the data transfer speeds between USB 3.0, 3.1, and higher are just so fucking good. They're just so good.
Oh.
USB 2.0 and 1.0, they're dog shit. But 3.0, fucking top tier
I'll have
stuff.
to, okay, I'll have to look at them.
3.0 and up are just so good. It's like lightning fast. Like your Thunderbolt display and all that other stuff. That's all that stuff is 3.1. So nice, dude. I'm all about that life, dude. I have no problems with that. You keep talking about all these adapters. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna add like maybe
I don't know.
maybe not even a millisecond. What's a nanosecond? Is that past millisecond? It might add half of a nanosecond to your time.
Well, I wasn't saying about latency or
MS.
MS or anything. That was Rick.
I don't
I'm
think
just saying like if it's gonna time out because There's been some they make
right.
some arcade sticks,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like after 7 minutes, it just
after
shuts down.
7 minutes, it shuts it up. It shuts it off. So
The stick itself or the console
the stick itself.
shuts itself off.
Yeah. So they'll be like mid tournament, and if they didn't plug it and unplug it after a set, it would
What?
die halfway.
Oh, that's dog
Yeah.
shit.
That
Yeah.
happened.
And
It
it's
happened a
weird.
lot.
Like not all of them do it, but some of them do. And they thought it was the Brooks converter, but some of them had the Brooks converter and didn't do it, and some had it and did it. And like,
Weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
I
It was
think
weird.
I remember using they were using some of the base PS4s. It wasn't enough power.
Yeah.
It was drawing out too much power from the PS. Some of the sticks.
Yeah.
Because some people had custom stuff for that.
Yeah, like,
LED lights and stuff.
Oh yeah.
On
that's
my
annoying.
PS4, I have the little adapter that you plug in, and it makes
takes,
four.
It takes both of them and turns them into
It turns
four.
it into four.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't use fight sticks on that.
Really?
I cannot.
Why not?
It's not enough power.
I think
It
so.
literally will not.
Is it the actual adapter itself?
It will. Yeah, it's the adapter's like cutting. something.
Because like
And I
the
googled
adapters,
it. Like anybody else have this problem, and it's a known problem with PlayStation.
because the adapter itself for like the Nintendo Switch one that uses the two USBs
Mhm.
to get the 4 GameCube controllers
Yeah.
up and running. I mean that really doesn't have very much input lag, if any, at
Right.
all. Like anything
No,
that
I'm
you're,
not saying like input lag. I'm saying like it literally does not.
but it doesn't. But what I'm saying is
Power
like there are
controller.
different adapters that work better than others.
No,
of
this
course,
is the
but this
one
is a
from
one PlayStation
Actual PlayStation.
like dog shit.
and they
obviously.
know like it does not work. And I'm like, oh, cool, because I wanted to be able to hook my fight sticks, put the hard drive, external hard drive, and then I wanted to put the dongle in for my headset.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
you cannot do any of that.
But
It's
doesn't
like, what?
don't all the consoles as well have an additional USB port on the back?
I know the Xbox does, but the PlayStation does
They haven't
not.
shown the back, right?
I don't
The
know.
latest ones, no.
The newest PS5. So they haven't shown the back. So they do have the 3.1, and then they have the 3.0, and then and I know for certain that the Xbox has that weird I don't know, input, whatever you want to call it. That's for the additional hard drive space, because
Mhm.
that's gonna cost a fucking
Oh,
fortune.
you know it is.
It's gonna cost a fucking 1 terabyte is probably gonna be like $150 at least.
Yeah, the PlayStation's fucking huge.
Yeah,
It's big.
I heard it's like the size of their like PlayStation 3.
it's bigger than that.
It's bigger than
It's
that.
bigger than that. It's like 2 inches bigger than that.
PS3.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm
they
saying
said
is,
it's that size for a reason, because it needs to be
Eh,
able to cool the fuck off.
it
Like
has
they
to
literally
be.
said it. Like
Yeah, I
the design is
honestly-
like, it's got to be able to cool itself off.
I
Like,
honestly
that's
think
there for a
that
reason.
Xbox has the better cooling solution. Being as big as it is and unattractive as the console is, I think it does have the better cooling solution.
It's just a cube.
It's a
like,
tower.
box.
It's a computer tower.
Yeah,
box.
like I don't understand. Like, oh, it's unattractive. Like, it doesn't.
Isn't
Are
it-
you buying it because it's fucking attractive?
No.
No, you're not. Like, I don't understand that argument. Like, oh man, this shit looks
I'm buying
gay
it for
and
killer
ugly.
instinct.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about what it looks
That's
like,
it.
dude. Like, as long as it can play my games and I don't have to worry about load times.
And
Yes.
also, they were talking about a new version of the console that they were talking about releasing, where it was just going to be like a discless version, kind of like the PlayStation has. And it was going to be what they want to market it as is half the price of the PlayStation 5. So whatever the PlayStation 5 is, they want to market it at half. So if the PlayStation 5 discless version comes out at $500, they want it to be $250.
So they don't even know what the prices are.
Well, I mean, they know what the prices are, but they don't want to announce
Xbox
it.
doesn't know what the
They
price
know
of
what the
place
fucking
is,
price
bro.
is.
Come on.
No, they know
They're
what the
playing
price.
chicken.
Exactly.
They're
like,
just playing
they don't-
chicken.
Nobody's gonna announce it.
But what I'm saying is, once everything gets announced and put out there, Xbox wants to undercut
Which
PlayStation
one?
by
Which one do you
50%.
think is gonna be cheaper? Like,
Wait, so
End of the year, they're just gonna be like, hey, if you want this PS5, you just have to put your card in the machine and pray.
oh, goddamn, dude.
Like, we still don't want to tell you the price.
No, what do you think is gonna be cheaper?
I didn't know Xbox. They said that's rumors that they're gonna have the price half of what.
That's what they want.
Yeah,
what they want.
that's Ruben just making shit up. Dude.
No, bro.
That's insane. If you
I'm
could cut it
in
by
serio.
half.
It doesn't matter which one's gonna be cheaper because they're gonna be the same fucking price in a matter of
Eventually,
months.
yeah, eventually.
I think Xbox will be cheaper just because I feel like Sony products always are more expensive than standard Microsoft product. And I could just see that being a thing for like 6 months, and then they're going to be like, oh, price drop on all the PlayStations. They're the same price as the Xbox.
What do you think it's gonna be? How much for the PlayStation 5 with the disc tray?
$500.
500.
Everybody
550.
I'll
says
say
it,
$599.
$550.
but I hope they play.
600.
I think so.
You said $5.50.
I think $5.99.
$5.50.
I've never seen.
$5.50.
How
I'm sorry.
They've never gone
$5.49.
half.
How many
$5.49.99.
consoles have
They've
done?
never gone half.
It doesn't matter. First time for everything, bro.
No, it's not actually. So you saying 6? You're saying 6, and we're both saying 5. Okay.
$5.49.99.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's
legit
going to
if
be
it was
$400
more.
for the discless one, I think.
I think it'll be
this will cheaper.
$50 less. Yeah, I think it'll be $50.
I'll put $1 on this.
I put it on.
A disc drive is not that difficult to come by. The only thing that why are you looking at me like that, dude? They got you on camera with that fucking face. Huh? You got your glasses?
Okay,
fucked up?
real question though.
What?
If discless is $100 cheaper than one with a disc drive, is it worth it?
Depends on the hard drive.
It also depends on the person. Are you okay with not having actual physical CDs? There's some people who don't want it. They don't want to carry that stuff. And there's some people like me. I like having physical CDs because I like to share with Mikkel. You know,
Right.
I'm done with the game or with you guys. Like, hey, you want to borrow my copy of so and so? That's why I like having physical copies.
I've run into a wall on this because I've always been, give me the physical copy because a digital copy is not cheaper. And when I'm done with it, I can sell it. I can give it away.
Yeah.
I can take it to the damn pawn shop
Yeah.
and get something for it.
Nah,
If it's digital, nothing. No
Nah,
credit
it's
for
like-
it at all.
Yeah.
But my other issue that I come into is I've become, because I ended up getting FF7 remake and Resident Evil 3 remake
Yeah.
digitally because I wasn't sure about the Rona and
The Rona.
if I was gonna miss out on getting the copies or whatever. And so I got them digitally, and it's so convenient to not have to get up and put a new disc in.
That's true.
Yes.
So it's like fundamentally, I want discs, but man, it's so simple to just not have to put the disc.
Just
Just-
hold on the PlayStation button. ¿Qué buscas?
Let me have that, Bubba, please.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Yeah, but it is a lot easier to use a diskless version just because you can close application, reopen,
Yeah.
new application, whatever it is that we got to do. Because I did it with Last of Us. I have Last of Us as a digital download.
Yeah.
And then I hopped out of it. Just here's Resident Evil 3, back into it. And with the instant game switching and what they're talking about.
Your mic is
Oh, I'm
not
sorry.
at
I'm
all.
sorry.
At
With the
all.
instant game switching and all that stuff that they're talking about, you'll be able to have multiple applications open at the same time, which I'm okay with. So having a digital version of the console is actually a plus. However, I agree with him. It's like not having any incentive to go digital other than the fact that
Convenience.
it just out of convenience.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like the highest priority to me. Like I'd rather have the disc version and then still buy the disc and be able to hand it off to my friend if I want to, or hold on to it and trade it in or whatever.
Right.
But the thing is once all consoles do go discless,
Yeah.
then
Inevitable.
Yeah.
which is
Nintendo.
inevitable because that's where computers are right now. Good luck finding a computer case that has a disc drive on the front of it.
Yeah, you don't
We
need
found
it.
out last week. But once that happens, what happens to companies like GameStop? What happens to you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, fuck them anyway.
I'm just saying, what happens to those types of companies? Like all those people
They're gonna
that
go
lose
under.
their jobs
Yeah.
and all that stuff anyway. So
But what incentive are you looking for?
For what?
I'm looking for
buy-
just cheaper games.
just
Make it
cheaper-
$10
Cheaper
cheaper.
game.
Oh, okay.
'Cause you
no,
don't have
I
to-
mean, like, do you want like an extra like DLC or something? Like when I bought Final Fantasy, I bought not the most expensive one. I bought, I guess, the second tier one, and it downloaded like the soundtrack, and it gave me like a art book, but it's all digital. Like it's all on my PS4, and I'm like,
Hey.
cool. I kind of want to delete this. It's taking up space.
And if I'm
like, yeah, I would have rather it just been cheaper.
and if my PlayStation fucks up, there it
Yeah,
goes.
there it goes.
I have to re-download it
Yeah.
and go in there.
And my question is, I have all these games digitally downloaded on my PlayStation app.
log in, it should roll over.
It should. Okay.
Whether it could
should.
play them, I'm not too
I mean, I'm still
sure.
gonna play Apex Legends when the PS5 comes out, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
So
It's just the superior battle royale.
I want to play it.
You
¿Qué
should.
pasó?
Shit, bro. It's better than Warzone. Warzone's
I
garbage.
saw you play it.
Warzone's alright.
I like Warzone.
Of course you do. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Give me the MPDs, brother. I'm
It's
sorry.
what-
I'm trying to
MPDs.
figure out this other stuff out.
How bad is it? I mean,
It's bad.
Do we just
It's
scrap
bad.
it?
No,
We can scrap it.
nope. We
Scrap
got
it.
the audio there. It's fine. There's no driver on the computer for that, so it's not picking up any of that audio.
What?
It's picking up webcam audio right now.
Wow.
So everybody who's watching our stream is getting webcam audio instead of this audio.
Okay,
Keep
that's
going
fine,
with
that's
this.
fine,
We're
that's
fine with
fine.
this.
We'll
We
upload the
should-
podcast.
We'll figure it out after we're done.
Because it's still recording it there, right?
That's still
Yeah, it's still recording it there. So
So the
we're
podcast
good.
is gonna sound good. It's just.
But she
It's
she
just
was
live. It sounds
yeah,
weird.
it live sounds like shit. So anyway, I'm sorry guys. I was trying to figure
difficulties.
everything out. We're having technical difficulties with Rick's
He says sounds
first
much better. Mikhail says it sounds much
computer and all
You're
that's
welcome.
his
Yeah,
first time
better.
computer.
Morris did it. Thanks, Morris.
Morris did it.
More
But
straight.
yeah, we're just trying to figure everything out.
MPDs,
Give me the
okay.
MPDs,
Yes.
bro.
Okay, these are for MPDs for May 2020. What do you think was the
May?
best set? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's always a month behind.
Okay.
So what do you think was the best-selling game in May 2020?
May.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
It's number 3.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Call of Duty.
Number 1, yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
has to
number
be
one.
Call of Duty.
Why? Because of the
Because
season?
It's Call of Duty.
New season
bro.
just came out.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
it
no,
won't come out.
the new season came out this month.
That's
They
true.
added the Chris Vector to the game. Which
Yeah,
I'm
have
excited.
you? Have
It
you
is so
used
broken.
that gun?
It is so broken.
I'm one tier away from unlocking it.
It is so broken.
Has anybody used it against
I have.
Yes,
It's
the
you?
Fennec-
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it is pretty stupid.
So
Like they
good.
never aim down sight whatsoever.
Nope. Thank you.
Never aim down sight. They're like,
And-
"Yeah, let me just put this silencer on it with the fucking green beam." I'm like, cool, the green beam is the
Brrr.
first beam, right? No, they don't give a fuck, dude. Like,
It doesn't
they're
even
just-
go up. It's
Yeah, they're just jumping, turning corners, just hip firing, and I'm just dead. I'm like, fuck that gun, dude. Like,
The gun
I
is
can't
so
fucking
good.
do
They're gonna
it.
It's
nerf it.
so good. They're gonna nerf the
Like
shit out of
that,
it.
yeah, that.
But you can turn it.
Uh,
You can make it a pistol. You can make it the SMG. You can make it
A carbine?
the carbine. you can
Customize the shit out
you
of
can
it?
customize the shit out of it. They gave it all barrel lengths. So they gave it the 8-inch, the 12-inch, and the 16-inch barrel,
They also gave it hollow points. I'm excited for those.
and that. And then they gave you the stock option, no stock, pistol, whatever you want to fucking do, dude. They gave you everything that you wanted to with that gun, and I am so excited. This is the first season pass that I actually bought just because.
You
of
did buy
it?
it?
Yeah, I fucking bought the
Son of a
season
bitch.
pass. I was like,
Son of a
fuck it,
bitch.
$10.
Sure.
$10.
You make it back if you make it to 100.
Yeah, no, I'm not even that. I only had to buy like $5 worth of points because I had like 800 or 900.
Yeah,
and I
any
was
points
like,
you had from last season, if you don't spend them, you can just use those.
You just use
Oh,
it
that's
over.
good.
So
Yeah,
I had
that's
like
what
8 or
I'm saying,
900.
You roll it over, pays for itself.
Pay for itself.
So I had 8 or 900 to roll over. I was like, oh, why
But
not?
it
It's doesn't
doesn't,
Apex
it doesn't
Legends.
like boost you though.
No, but you got to pay like the $20, $25
Yeah, it's like-
or something to boost 20 levels.
And it
Like,
gives you like, yeah, the free levels. Like,
I wonder if that goes into the game,
What do you mean?
like into the like an MPD reports of how much money they made.
I doubt it.
Do you think it's just video games?
I doubt
It's
that.
physical video
They're
games.
probably just counting what games get purchased.
Maybe it's just the game, not the
I mean-
like, don't touch me. Not the DLC part.
No, that's me, bro. What the fuck is that?
No. So yeah, so Modern Warfare is number 1, Animal Crossing is number 2. Any more
I
guesses?
just said Animal Crossing was number 3.
Number 3, sorry.
Number 2,
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It's actually number 8.
I'm gonna go with.
I was so
You already
These
close.
saw-
are just games that are purchased.
purchase physical
No
copies.
microtransactions.
I'm not too sure. I don't know if MPD and some companies don't even reveal that. Like Nintendo, they don't release their digital sales.
Of course.
So all you
Nintendo
all
would
you
never
do
do such a thing.
they'll show you their physical sales and that's it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Is it
Is it
Doom?
Doom is not on there, dude. I think
No,
Doom-
Doom
I
Doom
think
dropped
Doom-
off
Doom-
hard because of
garbage.
Denuvo. Denuvo on PC fucked it up real bad.
Really?
The DRM.
Is it
¿Qué pasó?
Valorant?
Valorant's a free to play game
Free
that
to
doesn't.
play,
that
bitches,
doesn't-
League of Legends, Riot
Damn.
Games are taking over.
I can't wait to find it.
I still play ARAM.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So
What's
Hold
number
on, I
2?
get one more choice.
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
Ah, okay.
Number 2.
Alright.
Number 2.
It has to be
No, you know why?
microtransactions, bro.
You know why, bro?
No.
Because it's free on Epic. It
Then how
counted
is
as
it
a
making
purchase.
money?
It counted as a purchase.
It can't.
It
be
can.
counted as
Yeah,
a
it
purchase.
can. Yeah, it can.
No, it has to be
Yeah,
fucking
it can.
microtransactions.
Oh, and also everybody bought it for PS5 because
How?
PS4 because you automatically get the PS5 copy on launch day, dude.
No.
You get to play a
You
2008
didn't
game.
find that out until
Gen
June.
3.
You get to. It doesn't matter. You get to play a 2008 game.
That has to be microtransactions.
It has to be, right?
It has to be.
It has to be
It has to be,
microtransactions,
bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I think
I agree.
that's
I'm
yeah.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
No,
dude.
I
Just
get
trolling.
it, dude.
Relax, dude.
Just trolling.
Yeah, relax, bro. Where's Apex Legends?
Apex Legends is not on there, believe it or not.
What's number 4, bro?
Number
You don't
4,
need
we have NBA
microtransactions for that
2K20.
game, bro.
NBA 2K20. So when they showed the reveal trailer for the PS5 and they showed NBA 2K21, I'm like,
I wasn't
more
impressed.
sweat.
I wasn't
More sweat,
impressed.
That's all it
Gotcha.
is, more
He
sweat.
looked like Shaq at the foul line on normal
Got
day.
it.
Yeah.
More sweat. I don't know.
Just like the same thing with the racing Gran Turismo. I was like, cool.
I can
What did you
see-
say? The tires are more round. Cool.
I can see the treads.
Like me and him were
there's, like,
talking.
what do you do? Like this.
Me and him were talking during Gran Turismo, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's a racing game. What they do?
Nothing.
What did they do? Nothing. They made the sound better.
Maybe the sense of how fast you're moving, like how
Like what did they
background
make
moving?
better? Like during I wasn't impressed during.
Now you can tinker with the engine more.
I wasn't impressed with Gran Turismo 6, and I wasn't impressed with NBA 2K. Like, what are they doing?
Nothing.
Like every year in fucking Madden, they add something, and like one year it was the flag on the back of the quarterback's helmet or the dot on the back of the quarterback. Like that was like the one upgrade.
Purchasers buy those games for updated rosters.
Rosters,
And stuff. That's
yeah.
all. They really don't care about any advances.
Correct. But I mean, they could just release one game and then
Like season
Update
pass.
it?
update
Yeah.
it with
Well,
season passes, and then revenue
but
goes
How do
up.
they make their money?
They don't have to do that because people will just buy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another,
games
there's another
every
$60
month.
Every
month.
year.
every year.
Every year, but
yeah.
the thing is like those people that want the updated roster will still pay the premium to have the updated roster. If you make it a subscription-based service, say it's $30 a year, those people are fine. They're gonna purchase the updated roster every year. They're gonna do it.
I don't know. Did anybody? Did you catch the playthrough of that Star Wars?
Squadrons?
Yeah, Squadron.
Fucking A right, I did.
What's
I,
that?
I missed it, so I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God.
Let's talk about it.
Star Wars Squadrons got announced like 3 days ago, and it's basically Imperial versus Rebel forces. It's 5v5. But that was the only thing that was like that was the only thing that got me about it was that it was 5v5. So like instead of it being like a Battlefield game where it's like 32 versus 32
Yeah.
or 12 versus 12, it's 5v5 no matter what game mode you choose. So you can choose like a dogfight mode or like I don't know what it's called, like where I forget the mode what it was, but it was like Rebels versus Imperials.
You're always in ships.
And then
Yeah, is it
like
always
giant
just
ships.
aerial combat?
Yeah, it's all aerial.
So it's a flight sim.
It's a flight
Hard
dog.
pass.
It's a dog fighting game basically, but it looked
Troy
freaking
Vic.
cool and like you could like upgrade your ship
Michael.
with like different stuff and like paint jobs and all that, like
Oh,
customize.
cool. Gran Turismo in space.
Basically, Gran Turismo in space.
Gran Turismo in space.
With
But, like,
tires.
The
With-
wings are more
with shooting.
rounded.
But like you can like add little bobbleheads to your console or like the paint job or whatever it is that you wanted to do. Why are you looking at me like
Yeah.
that?
Well,
whenever
well,
I
since
look
I
at you?
fucking love it, dude. I want
Since
some
I missed
bobbleheads.
it,
Some Funko Pops.
does it? Okay, one of my big issues with Star Wars games of late is that they're hyper dumbed down. They're super simplified.
Yeah, it's
Does
not good
it-
for us.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean
It's,
us?
it's a shame. Hey, yeah.
Hard
well,
gamers?
Actual gamers, yeah.
So does it
Good for
look
kids.
like they dumbed it down, kind of?
Not at all.
It looks like they're getting back to like.
It looks like a legit squadron fighter, like 5v5, like.
And I'm assuming you can change ships and.
And it's class based too, so there's like fighters, like the TIE fighter and the X-wing,
oh yeah.
and then there's
Bomber classes. I'm
bomber
sure.
class, and then there's the supportive class, like, and they all have different,
Utility ones,
Yeah.
speed stuff.
yeah, whatever you want, like, but like they all play their certain role. I'm not sure if they have like a
So it's based on the ships and not like actual characters.
correct, and then but you could also customize your character and how you want your character to look, and then like so.
Can I fly a B-wing?
So like if we were all in a group and we were all playing together, we were all like plus one. We'll say Miles is there. We'll say Miles. Happy birthday to Miles, by the way.
Happy
Today's his
birthday, Miles.
26?
Times two, bro. He's fucking 50. He's old
God
as
damn,
shit,
you're
dude.
fucked, dude.
Anyway, so
Hipster.
like we would all get together. Say me, you, and Miles. We all play together. We all go to a command room on the deck of this ship, and we start planning out our attack. Like, okay, you're gonna run the X-wing, you're gonna run the bomber,
Thanks,
I'm gonna
Miles.
run the thing. We're gonna run this this mission how like we see fit, and then we're gonna go out there and we're gonna do the damn thing. So there's a single player campaign, then there's also the multiplayer side of it, and you can do both. Which I mean, it looked really cool, and the graphics were very top tier because it's EA and Star Wars and Dice, and of course it just looks
So a
good.
ton of microtransactions.
And they
They
said you
haven't-
could
they
unlock
haven't
everything
lost
without buying anything.
They haven't lost their licensing for
Nah,
Star Wars.
they
yet?
definitely
No,
haven't.
I think it's kind of like what I think it's kind of like with Sony and Spider-Man. As long as they do something before it comes up,
It refreshes.
I think it's something along that line.
Well, I
think
do remember Disney threatening to pull that license after
the debacle with Battlefront
yeah,
2.
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, because the whole transactions. Yeah.
But there was also hints about it happening in Battlefront 1 when after a week, everyone was like, "This game is like made for children.
Yeah.
This isn't made for people who actually want to play this game."
So would they say PlayStation, current gen consoles?
No, it's
PC?
EA, so it'll be everybody.
Everybody. They want everybody to play.
They want everybody to fucking pitch in on those microtransactions, dude.
Have you tried the Battlefront? I know it's free to play right now. Yeah.
I played a little bit at Travis's.
Travis is all about that game
He's
right
all
now.
about it. Dude.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
loves it.
Battlefield.
It's Battlefield,
Star
but
Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah. Like you have your support, your assault, engineering class, and each one of those classes has like 5 or 6 characters. Like some will be clone troopers, some will be like the what do they call them? Tesharans? Boss? What was he? Boss the bounty hunter?
I know who you're talking about.
Mandalorian.
Whatever his lizard race was, like you could be him. You could be like a giant mech. You could be a dumbass droid. The droids are funny, dude. Like,
The droids are fucking
oh, dude,
hilarious.
I'm walking. He's like, meet me. Like, Roger, Roger. And just run around like, okay. This is
And then
stupid.
the droidicas are dope
Yeah.
too. If you play the droidicas with the shield in front of them.
The ones that roll.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Those are
same.
broken. No, the game is very, very fun. But yeah, back to the squadron. The only thing that really disappointed me about it was the 5v5. Like, I think the big epic battles between two fleets would be way better, like 12v12, 16v16, or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
like, just
more
a bigger, like, more is better whenever you're playing a giant base-size multiplayer
Be a
dogfighting
Star
game.
Destroyer.
No, but you do fight against them. Like, you're trying to bomb them out.
I gotta
or
watch
whatever.
the video.
It looked pretty dope.
I saw it on Reddit, but I didn't
Look good.
look into it.
It looked good, but for
Yeah.
$40 and 5v5, it didn't really interest me. That like $40, maybe $60 for like 32 versus 32.
Did it have a story mode? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's got a story mode.
Still not working.
Not worth it to me. Not to me anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
But tell me what else?
Okay.
What else was on your MPD
What's
report,
the
man?
Anything you want to rattle off, guys, before we go to no? Okay, so we got Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Animal Crossing, NBA 2K20 at number 4. Number 5, Mortal Kombat 11. That game's still
Really?
selling.
Still up there?
Yeah. No, you know what helped it? The latest, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Terminator?
The story mode.
The new story mode, Aftermath, that just recently came out. I think they were Shiva, Fujin, and RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Those
Yeah.
are the ones that came out, and before that was Terminator and all. And I was like, oh, if I did play
Didn't
this
they release
game,
Alien? They just need to put Predator and Alien.
if they
in.
did,
They did already.
and that was on Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's cool with like RoboCop when he
I-
does his brutality, like in the movie, he shoots the dude in the balls, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
In this game,
Triple shot.
if it's a female, he'll just go up to a headshot. But if it's a dude, he'll just like, shoot him in the balls.
I just want to have an 80s off. You know, we're gonna play Mortal Kombat 11, but you can only use characters from an 80s
From the
movie.
80s themes. 80s
So it's gotta be
actors.
like Jason, Alien, RoboCop, Terminator. I mean, they're all in the damn
Club
properties.
Van Damme.
Jean-Claude, yeah. Number 6, Red Dead
Everything.
Redemption 2.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it's microtransactions, bro. It's gotta be.
Number 7, Minecraft.
But the thing is like those games, just to piggyback off of their microtransactions, but people cheat in those games a lot, and they get banned a lot.
Right.
So they buy another copy of the game with a different email address all the time, especially on Grand Theft Auto. The cheaters are crazy in that
Yeah,
game.
they put them on their own server, right? If you
And then like
keep
with
up
Red
too
Dead,
much.
Team
and
Green, right?
with Red Dead Redemption, a lot of the hackers and modders or whatever, they were spawning KKK events in front of other
Are you
players,
serious?
and they had to put a stop to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the whole Black Lives Matter and all that stuff.
Oh,
They're
wow.
just you're right there.
Assholes being assholes, bro.
Nah, they're just
Get
like
your politics out of my game.
yeah, but
Wow.
like they were just like, oh, here's Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I log into Apex and they.
It's every game.
I know.
dude.
Like, I'm
every
like,
game
yeah.
has that message right now
Really?
of Black Lives Matter. Every
Last of Us didn't have shit when I started that
Really?
motherfucker up. LGBTQ, SJW, bro. It don't matter. Like it didn't matter to them at all.
Yeah, like cause I have Madden 20, and you load that up and it's boom, front page.
Yeah.
Apex Legends.
Yeah, I
At
saw
first, it was just off to the side, but recently when I load up the game, it's like it puts the message here. Black Lives Matter.
So, like, they're
and then
catering to
Activision put their shit out too. Like
that. The Modern Warfare. Yeah,
they're just saying they're all inclusive. That's all they're saying. Like we support Black Lives Matter.
get it.
We're all
Except
inclusive.
for Saudi Arabia.
Cool.
We
Yeah,
places
he's
where
like,
they-
yeah.
Wait. So they're not like banning cards that have been around forever.
Magic did that, which is so weird. They got. I know one off the top of my head I can remember is cleanse, destroy all black creatures. That's racist. That's what they said.
But
They got rid of
hey, they banned Crusade, right?
Why?
They didn't ban reparations. which is literally a white guy having a chest full of gold, giving it to black people.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And the one they did was the blue card. The
Not
biggest
weird.
one was Invoke Prejudice.
Oh yeah.
That's a blue card with the KKK on it. Like,
I saw
the
that one.
greatest
Yeah.
cards of all time.
Those are, okay, yeah, I'm not saying it was weird. That's stupid.
Jihad.
That's
Jihad got
catering.
banned.
Jihad, yeah,
Dude,
Jihad
that's
got
not
banned.
a real card.
That's
That's
a
a
real
real
card,
Get
bro.
the fuck
Jihad.
out of here.
It's
It's
a real
like,
card.
it's like all white creatures.
Yeah, it's from-
It's
yeah.
like another
Antiquities
Crusade.
from
It's from, I thought it was Arabian Nights.
Maybe Arabian Nights, yeah.
Yeah, they got a couple dudes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy shit, that's real?
Jihad, bro.
that's how. Yeah, they went back to their old.
They didn't have like a
old
card
cards.
called White Pride or something
Yeah.
like that that they wanted to get
Yeah,
rid
it's on
of?
the nose.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
something else, but
On
yeah,
the nose, bro.
Fuck me.
I love it.
I saw one of the websites they talked about. I was like, yeah,
Like none of these cards do you play though.
No.
yeah.
Except for Crusader. Crusader every now and then finds its way into some white weenie deck somewhere.
Plus one, plus one. Yeah.
Yeah, all it is gives your white creatures +1/+1.
That got banned?
That got banned.
Because of the art.
And that's what
It's mainly
irritates
the art.
me.
The
It's
art.
like,
Can you just put a post-it over the art? And
There's different.
oh no,
Art
there's
versions of
plenty
the
of
card.
art that has nothing to do with
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
There's one that's got Elspeth leading a horde of like
Yep.
cat people and like humans and stuff. It's like,
But because there's that one card that has one certain art,
Really?
they banned the card completely. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that Magic was like political in the tournaments.
Oh, the fuck, they been that way.
I didn't know.
Like,
I didn't know. I just said I didn't
It feels
know.
recent. It
no,
feels recent.
bullshit, dude.
Like 5 years recent.
They banned
Again,
prime time.
bro.
Why did they ban? Why did they ban prime time?
Because green's too good, dude.
It's too good. No, but they've always been political. You just never pay attention because the cards never actually affect you.
Okay, here we go. Debate.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
For years, like since they started distributing to China, you can't have any skeletons on the cards.
That's right.
Well, it just makes it hard for them to market a
Because it's
skeleton
illegal.
themes.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's illegal. So
China's
any
a
art
huge
that
market.
had skeletons
Yeah.
on it in China, for political reasons, they would have to redo the art.
You say
for them.
political. I say economic reasons.
No, it's political when it comes to China, dude. Like, yeah,
They need that money.
The Chinese market.
yeah, the Chinese market. Yeah, they
I mean,
changed so many
It
cards.
seems like in the last
Crazy.
5, maybe 10 years, to stretch it back to 2010, they've tried to be quote unquote more inclusive with their art. So half the characters are all different variants of color,
They have
race,
any gay
ethnicity.
characters?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
on that aspect,
They
yeah.
They have like 2. They have a transgender character.
Are they banned in Saudi Arabia?
Or,
I don't
can
even
people
think they
play
make them
Magic
over
in
there,
Saudi
bro. Yeah,
Arabia?
they're not allowed to play it there, dude.
They're not. They play some. I don't
Why
know,
did they
some
ban Black
old
Lotus?
Magic cards.
Black Lotus isn't banned. It's just too expensive.
This is expensive. It's out of France.
Expensive.
Costs like
Forever.
$500.
That's it?
No, it costs
I know.
like
Shut up. I know.
10 grand to 20 grand.
No,
One
no,
Black
let me get a
Lotus.
Black Lotus, dude. I'm buying a new car, bro.
But that's all you're gonna do with
No,
A
50
Lambo.
grand? I'm gonna get a new
It's not
car.
even worth a Lambo.
I'd hope you pay off your current car.
I just get a new car.
You need
Give
one
me a
because you
Hellcat.
got a door ding somehow
I'm gonna get
within
a
the first
fucking
month.
Hellcat, bro.
What else was on that list, Rick?
Okay, so finishing off the list, I know, yeah. Final Fantasy 7, number 8.
Yeah.
Number 9, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And
Wow,
number 10,
that's
Star
a
Wars
surprise.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Go back to that.
Which one? Assassin's Creed?
Fucking Assassin's Creed being
A
number
year old.
9? Huh?
A year old and being
Just
number
about.
And
9.
number 9, that's, well, I mean, Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption are both older than that. But Assassin's Creed, that's pretty big for Ubisoft, I think. I would think. That's pretty dope.
It's
Yeah.
a good game.
I'm playing through the
Atlantis.
Atlantis DLC, and holy shit, dude! It's
Super
the
good.
best part of the game. Like if it
I
was
can't beat the Medusa, dude.
if it was just a standalone game, Medusa's so easy. But if the Atlantis stuff was like just a standalone game, because they send you to Elysium,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that they send you to the Underworld. Then under that, I haven't gotten that far, but they mention it. But like after that, they send you somewhere else. I haven't been there, but like the graphics and like the characters and all that stuff. Like I met Adonis, I met Hermes, I met Persephone, I met like fucking like legit like figures in like Roman and Greek
Kratos yet?
mythology. Not yet. He's not. He's boy. He's not there yet.
Yet.
But yeah, it was really nice to like start that and see like the different locations and stuff like that, and the way the gods talk about each other. Like Adonis is talking about Adonis isn't a god, but like Adonis talks about him being locked in Elysium by Persephone, right? I think that's the right person. And then but him talking about Athena or whoever. They just like talking about different gods and stuff. I love that type of shit. Like just the type of interactions that they thought that they had.
It's kind of like playing God of War, like when they make references to the Greek gods or whatever.
He hasn't beaten it yet.
He's had plenty of time to.
Yeah,
I kind of.
don't spoil the ending.
I'm not gonna spoil
the
it.
No, I already
ending.
know
So
the ending. I
good.
already know the ending.
No, you don't. What is the
How?
ending?
Guys,
Spoiler alert.
spoiler
Close
alerts.
your ears.
Close your ears.
Avert your ears.
I know who Loki is.
Oh, you son of a
I've
bitch.
never played this game.
Who's Loki?
Like the trickster god.
Yeah, he's in Marvel, played by Tom
He's
Hiddleston.
with Tom Hiddleston, bro.
Okay, I don't understand. Like, how's that a spoiler? Like, you know who Loki is? Like, okay, cool.
You know because you told me, and I asked for it, and I told you, hey, what happened at the very end?
Well, you
Wow.
fucking
We'll talk about
spoiled
stuff for you
it.
guys. We're not spoiling for you
You
guys.
son of a...
Big
I asked him
skip.
for
I
it.
don't know what I
Bitch.
spoiled.
I asked him for it.
The entire game?
I asked him for it. I asked, like, hey, tell me
How?
about it.
What do you mean?
You asked for it, or he raped you with knowledge?
I asked him about
Careful,
the ending.
What did you ask
Hashtag
me
me
about the
too.
game?
Hashtag
I
me
don't know, like, we were like hanging out on a Saturday. We were both drunk with some garage,
I've seen some movies that start like this.
All right.
some documentaries.
But what about Loki spoils it? I don't understand.
The entire game. It's-
How?
Huh?
You find out who he is halfway through.
And no,
Okay.
at the very end of the game.
Oh well, I haven't been halfway. So guys, if you haven't been halfway,
At the very end of the game, that's when you get told who Loki is, and then right immediately after that, that's when the other main gods of the Norse mythology come into play.
Real honest, I'm lost now.
This
Okay,
game-
so-
you're fine. He's fine.
You've
Yeah.
been spoiled.
Yeah.
You've been spoiled. Okay, Loki is who he is, and then
Who is he? Motherfucker, just say it.
The kid, the boy.
How?
Did you?
Oh my
play
God.
this
Did you
game?
not play the fucking game?
Can we done?
You're fired, dude. You're fired.
Demoted.
So I couldn't get past like.
Oh, the boy's Loki. Oh, who's the guy he's fighting?
Dude, you're. Anyways, guys, we're gonna move on.
No, for real. Who's the guy?
No, we're
he's
done. We're
fighting?
moving.
No, we're done. We're moving on,
This is
bro.
our podcast.
Fucking-
Stop the podcast right
This is
now.
our fucking podcast.
Who's the
That's
guy
our
he's
walk
fighting at
out.
the very beginning? What's his name?
Huh? Does it?
The stranger? I don't know.
Baldur?
Stranger.
No.
It's a different god.
Who?
I can't
I
remember his
don't
fucking
know.
name because he gets killed.
I'm an Alpine.
It's because
I was
I'm
thinking that was
bored.
Loki.
No, the
Oh,
boy is
God.
Loki.
Yeah, I get that now. I remember that part now. It's been a while since
Well,
I
now I
played the
want to
game.
play it.
You should play it.
The boy is
Thanks.
Loki, and then at the end you get if you go back to
A
your
trophy.
house, you get a visit by Thor. That's
That's
the
what I
next
know.
one.
Yeah.
That's the next one.
All right, guys. Sorry about the
Because I thought it was
spoilers.
gonna be Odin at first.
Ah.
It's not Odin.
It's not Daddy.
You know,
Daddy ain't coming
I
out
thought it
yet.
was Odin.
Daddy
I was
ain't
like,
coming
ooh,
out
Odin
yet.
just showed up,
It
and
took
he's like,
them.
The cape moves, and you see the hammer, and it's just electricity. I was like, oh no.
Oh, that's Mjolnir.
Thor. That's Thor.
Oh yeah,
dude.
yeah. Somebody who has Thor tattooed
I
on
don't have
him.
a tattoo.
You
I
have
have
a
a black
Thor hammer on your shoulder.
That's
Okay,
Mjolnir.
that I have, yes.
Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Mjolnir.
Yeah.
But like what I'm saying is like it took them 3 games to get to him killing Zeus in the previous trilogy. It's gonna take another 3 games to get to him killing Odin. It's coming. And then, but what do they do after the Norse mythology? So they've done
Greek.
Greek, and then they're gonna do Norse. What do they do after that? Does he go kill Jesus
He's
Christ?
Egyptian. Yeah, it was Egyptian.
Did, yeah.
But Egyptian was before both of those.
They could reincarnate him, the god.
But I'm just saying they can kill Jesus Christ.
Can't do that.
Maybe teleport.
and the apostles.
They'll get canceled so quick.
so quick,
Real
bro.
quick, dude.
Real
Gotta fight.
quick. Yeah.
John, Matthew,
All of them.
They'll get
Paul,
canceled for
Luke.
what? They'll get canceled for what? Because they killed Jesus.
Maybe,
John the
yeah.
Baptist.
But-
Gonna drown him.
But speaking of like
Oh.
cancel culture, since we were talking about like the PS5 stuff that happened last week,
Mm-hmm.
Little Devil Inside had to apologize for the racist enemy type that they had
What was it?
Which
in
one?
the little pygmies guy with the fucking tiki mask and
Yeah.
the blow darts. Yeah, they had to
That's
apologize.
racist?
Yeah,
Who's that
and
racist?
Wait. Has Blizzard come out and apologized for them in
the
Diablo
Witch
2?
Doctor? No, they haven't.
Or Diablo 2? They
Or-
had the
no.
same tiki guys who used
Yeah.
to shoot blow darts and stuff.
They haven't apologized for that, but
They had
now
those in Monster Hunter
Nor
too.
should they have to.
and that too.
No.
But you shouldn't. But like also make your art
I think everybody's so afraid of
pussies.
anything being offensive. Like, oh, we're just gonna straight up apologize for this
But
now.
who are the little pygmy dudes offensive to?
Pygmies.
Pygmies.
What's a
The-
that's a people? That's a
real,
thing?
That's a real
They
thing.
exist.
They don't even have
Are
internet.
y'all fucking with me? Like,
No, that's a real thing.
Ah.
They're in Africa.
No, I think
No,
Australia.
South America.
I thought Australia.
Africa.
Those are Aborigines.
Aborigines are from Australia.
Oops.
What? Y'all are
I am so
uncultured.
canceled right now. They're all mad at me now.
None of you have a doctorate in
He's
any of
gonna
this.
Google it.
None of you have a doctorate in any of this. So I'm not
Oh,
gonna-
yeah.
I need an American flag behind me, so whenever you
Am I
want to,
thinking of the wrong? Am I
this-
thinking of the wrong people?
You
Yeah.
probably are, dude.
Oh,
You're
oh,
racist.
whatever. I'm
you're the
racist.
racist one.
I'm
You can't
racist.
just put all
But yeah,
people
now
together.
they're gonna have to change
But isn't that inclusive?
the enemy.
Well, why would you?
They're gonna have to change it.
I don't know. Yeah, I
We're
think.
just-
I'll show you
Censored.
after the
Yeah.
podcast which enemy they were talking about. But yeah, it's just Tiki Mask.
All right,
Bogart.
quick aside. What do you think about FChamp being banned for putting hashtag Watermelon Lives Matter?
It should.
Wow.
He should have been banned for it.
That's
But
It's a inappropriate time for sure.
oh, definitely
Pygmies
inappropriate.
exist.
Yeah.
It should have been
In
like a
several
slap on the
different
wrist.
places.
Yeah.
But-
Banned.
There's oceanic pygmies.
I'm glad we got
There's
that.
Asian-
when it comes to
Asiatic
F-Champ, like
He's
they've
not
said
saying
it for years.
He's not
Africa
saying.
and Asia.
He's kind of a dick.
yeah.
Yeah.
They've said it for years. You know, like everybody has an F-Champ story where he's like an
Yeah.
asshole. Like it was only a matter of time before he actually did something or said something that was going to get him banned.
Yeah.
This should have been it. You know, that's all I got.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. All right. It's like
Them
oh,
banning F-Champ for a stupid watermelon joke was like, okay.
Yeah, the Capcom Pro Tour lately they've been going on like if anybody says something that's offensive to any some sort of anybody
You know what
any
Amazon did?
community, hold on, they go, you are banned from the Capcom Pro Tour. So whether you play Marvel or Street Fighter or whatever Capcom game there is, you're banned from there. And that happened to several players over the last couple months where they do.
Well,
Yeah.
one was definitely needed.
Well, yeah,
That was
one.
low tier. Like low tier.
I was gonna
guy
say Zero
needed-
Blast.
No, low tier guy from the beginning should have been banned. That dude's a fucking piece of shit.
I thought it was like Zero Blast.
Holy fuck! But Sarah Blast should have been banned too because she just.
I like how you doubled down.
She, I don't know.
I like how you doubled down. Like, what's? I'm sorry, guys. We're going on a tangent here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You
guys.
know
she
what
doubled
Amazon
down
did,
on
right?
the dude, like being racist. Like,
Yeah.
God damn,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
You know what Amazon
What
did?
happened?
Amazon had a Juneteenth celebration today where they served all their employees chicken and waffles.
I like
Not
chicken
supposed to be a
waffles.
thing. Yeah, like I like.
People
I like chicken
were
waffles.
very
Stereotype. But I don't know why, because everybody likes these things.
delicious.
Chicken and waffles are delicious.
They're delicious.
But people were very upset, and they're.
And now they want it to be like a national holiday.
Yeah.
Juneteenth.
Yeah.
I'm fine, dude. I'll take
Alright,
it.
whatever. I'll take another day off. Give a fuck.
The problem with cancel culture is you can't. There's not one.
Thing that's safe.
You
can cancel
exactly
anything.
You can't say something that's not offensive to
Can't
someone
talk to
else.
underage
Something
girls.
Because somewhere, some way,
Someone's gonna get upset.
they're gonna get upset about
Yeah.
it.
You know who's immune to being canceled?
Who?
Donald Trump.
Dave Chappelle.
Oh, that too.
That's true.
He's uncancelable.
RNS.
Yeah.
He turns into that shit. He's like,
Yeah.
oh really?
He knows how to steer it.
He didn't.
and
So yeah, his last
drives
special.
right through it, dude.
His last special.
Yeah.
Nailed
He
it.
didn't give a shit, dude. Like he's upset.
Did y'all
the
see
fucking
846?
LGBT people, and then he turned it around on the next fucking special he had, and he talked about it. Like you can't cancel him. And somebody said it perfect. Like you know why you can't cancel him? Because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He was offered $50 million to do a show, and he's like, I don't want it.
I'm gonna go to
I'm
Africa.
gonna go to Africa.
Yeah.
Bye.
Maybe he was visiting pygmies.
Yeah, he's visiting piggies, dude. Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Morris. There's something. Someone's gonna be offended, and the next thing you know, this whole mob mentality is gonna just
Yeah.
attack you, whether it's on your
Well,
Twitter, on your online status,
All
or
it does is
anything.
reinforce itself.
It does.
It just says, oh, we're rewarding this type of
Yeah.
behavior,
Yep.
so you're going to fast forward, and before you know it, even though you might have supported it, you're going to be the one who's being targeted because you like bananas.
Yeah.
Hey, bananas
Love
are
bananas.
people too. Bananas' lives matter.
You can't say that, bro.
No? Even to prove
No.
a point? Okay.
No, you're right. It's just it's
Like, eventually, it's all going to come back around, and people are
Yeah.
going to get offended by everything, and it's making it so nobody wants to have tough conversations with each other.
When everything is offensive, nothing is offensive.
You know what offends me? Loading times.
Let's cancel them.
Keep coming back.
Cancel loading time.
Keep on going. Keep on circling back.
That
Yeah.
pisses me off, bro. Every time I play that damn
I don't
game.
blame you. But yeah, I agree.
Let's go back to the MPDs.
I think we're done with
We're
that.
MVDs.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, but Madden 2021 is going to be the first Madden to come to Steam. EA has been releasing a lot of games on Steam here lately.
Why? Just because?
Just
more
because
There's a market there.
more
I
money,
guess.
more market. Less of a profit for them, but better that they're It's weird because like people were buying Mass Effect 3 on Steam, which never came out on Steam until like a week ago, and they were talking about how bad the performance is, and like the fix for regular Mass Effect 3 on Origin was to disable the Origin overlay, which is like just like on PC like what pops up whenever you press like Shift F1 or whatever it is, right? But whenever you buy the game through Steam, you can't disable the overlay. So you just get shit performance the whole way through the game because yeah, like you just buy the game for $5 on EA.
That's pretty cheap.
But yeah, so they're talking about Madden 2021 being the first one to come to Steam. You can also pre-order FIFA 2021 right now. FIFA goes west.
Damn rat.
God damn it. But yeah,
Who's
so
winning
like
a fight, Five or Mickey Mouse?
Five, bro, he's got guns.
Mickey Mouse is literally taller than Fightful.
Literally. Figuratively? Because they're not real?
I mean, shut the fuck up. Think about it, bro. How tall is Pluto? He's the average size of a dog. Okay. Or Goofy, who's a cow. Whatever you want. Mickey Mouse stands at...
Goofy's a cow?
Google that shit.
Goofy? No.
Goofy is a cow. Hey, I got $20 on it.
No.
I got $20. You got
Goofy?
$20?
No, I'm not.
Is Goofy a cow?
Shit, dude. Is Goofy a cow?
Goofy's not a fucking cow.
You literally said that. It's offended for you saying that.
Goofy is a tall anthropomorphic dog who typically...
No. He's based on the cow, dude.
No, it says dog. Anthropomorphic dog.
Wait, hold on,
It's
Miles.
on Wikipedia.
Miles.
Dog.
Thank you,
Thank
Miles.
you.
Look it up.
Thank you, Miguel.
Miles,
Dog.
look it up for us, Miles, please.
Significant others. Clarabelle cow.
Yeah.
Goofy has always been thought of as an anthropomorphic dog or a dog with human features. According to Disney's Mouse Links, to be specific, an Aberdeen Angus cow, a fact that Disney would love to cover up considering that Goofy's natural origin is anything but American. Now, I don't know who...
Retcon this?
No. What are Disney's Mouse Links? Like, I'm not familiar with that.
It's made up, bro.
It's probably like Wiki or something.
That's a dog, bro.
Anyway,
No fucking cow.
even if it was
this
a...
motherfucker, he ain't no cow.
Look at that face, dude.
It's a dog.
Anyway, I don't know that.
Anyway, why did we get on this?
Because how tall is
They're both the
Mickey?
same size.
I don't know. Google it.
He compared him to Pluto, an actual dog. How tall is he?
What about Odie?
Okay, Fiefel's literally this small. Mickey Mouse is not the size of a mouse.
Why not?
Because he's the size of a dog.
Somebody Google how tall Mickey Mouse is.
We're not Googling shit. FIFA.
It's
Anyway,
an urban legend.
It's an urban legend.
how tall is
Perpetrated
Mickey
by Disney, right?
Oh, offended.
How
Oh,
tall is
Mickey Mouse is 5'10", but that's
Five.
Walt Disney.
Taller than me,
That's,
bro.
no, that's Walt Disney's height though.
Oh.
No, I don't. You know, Mickey Mouse is an imaginary character,
An
I'm just saying.
anthropomorphic cow.
an anthropomorphic mouse.
He
Anyway,
stands as tall as a dog at least.
Okay, dude. My
Okay.
bad. And Fievel is for sure a little mouse.
he's a mouse.
Yeah,
for
they-
sure.
Like Tom and Jerry mouse size? Like Jerry size?
How do you
Yes,
know how tall
yes.
they are though?
You don't.
Because he can fit into a house, into a hole inside of a house
Shut
that
the
you can
fuck up with
compare.
your logic.
It's actually logic.
But what about Speedy Gonzalez?
Hey, bro, that's racist.
Just
I'm
compare.
gonna have to
just
stop you
compare
right
to the
there.
Small spiral.
Right? Or
Bro.
his American kind of porn. Rapid Dave.
Porn?
Rapid Dave?
Rapid Dave.
You ever saw that Family Guy?
Dave? Yeah.
He's like, oh, Speedy Gonzalez, or his American counterpart, Rapid Dave.
Rapid Dave.
Dave,
Hurry
rápido.
up, hurry up, gotta go fast. Hurry.
Ándale.
Instead of
Hurry. Yeah, ándale.
Yeah.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
anyway, so let's get back to
I'm
actual
sorry, guys,
game
yeah.
topics.
Oh, okay, game
so I was
topics.
playing Apex, right?
Okay.
Oh my.
And then
God.
Octane.
Right?
He won. Hold on. He won a match while none of us were watching.
Yep.
So
And I did it with a bullshit character that I don't
Which
like
one?
playing. Lifeline.
Oh yeah.
Her
The best character
special
in the game?
is she throws out a healing kit thing,
the best character
and
in the
then
game.
whoever's next to it gets healed.
Mhm.
Right? It's only health, not shield.
And this is
Her-
a first-person shooter.
Yes.
Yes.
Her
VR.
Battle
passive,
Royale.
her other ability is I guess a passive. When she goes to revive a teammate, she puts up a shield,
Yep.
like a half shield, and she could kind of rev you faster or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She has another ability that they just gave her. When you open a supply bin, They're red and white, but they have new ones that are blue and white.
Oh.
When she opens those, a secret compartment pops out the bottom to get more loot
Okay.
More loot.
for anybody
That's
on the
fucking
team.
crazy.
She's a support character, bro.
Oh, yeah.
She's a support
I need to
character.
play the game. I'm gonna play
Yeah.
it.
You're not gonna play
She's
it.
pretty
Chip.
cool.
Awesome.
I won the game with her, but
Nice.
Speaking of free games, did everybody get their free download of Injustice: Gods Among Us on Steam?
you mean Justice 1?
Yeah, Injustice
Nobody's
1.
playing that garbage
Free.
game, dude.
With all the
I think it was on
DLC.
PlayStation already.
Yeah,
free.
It's already free. You get
Got
it.
it.
I'm just
You
saying.
got it.
Just saying, it's free.
Morris, you get it?
No.
You play
It's free on
Spider-Man?
Steam.
No, that's right. He's not in that game. Huh?
Booterman.
You mean Swamp Thing?
He's not in that one.
He's not.
He's
that
the second
I
one.
don't
He's
know.
the second
I didn't
one.
play any of them.
He's the second one. It's an NRS game, so it gets supported for 2 years and then it
And then it dies.
Then it
off.
doesn't,
Guys
yeah.
for the next one.
But then it
It's
It's
does.
not like Street Fighter that goes on for 6.
for 6
With shit netcode.
Yeah. They said we're getting another season though, so that's
That's
interesting.
weird.
Shit netcode?
Really?
Hey, but shit
Yeah.
netcode?
And
Are
nobody
they
saw
waiting till 5 for the next one? Is that
I
what
think
they're
so.
doing?
I think so.
But
Because
also-
nobody saw this next season coming. Nobody.
But also shit
They
netcode?
thought
I
this
need
shit
to
was
do
gonna.
Vega.
They thought this shit was gonna be dead.
But also shit netcode?
They all have shit net code. There's only like 4 games that have good net code. That's it.
Evo,
Skullgirls.
Evo Online.
That bullshit game you
Skullgirls,
play.
Killer Instinct.
Mortal
What do you mean
Kombat.
bullshit game you play? Oh,
Smash Bros.
Smash, that's right.
Smash Brothers. That's
But
shit.
all the fighting games
Shit
have
tier
shit
net
net
code.
code, dude.
Yeah,
All
for sure.
Dragon Ball, shit net
It
code.
was Arc Revo, yeah. Or Arc Nexus.
Anything Arc Revo.
Speaking of
Tekken
SS,
has kind of shit net code, right?
speaking of SSBU though, Arms is gonna get showed off on the 22nd.
Finally?
Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
I know we talked about, it was supposed to happen in June.
Yeah, but it's happening it is happening in June, but on the 22nd. So next
week.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Okay.
Miyamoto Sakurai, excuse me, is gonna be showing it off. 45 minute long video.
Are you
Why?
fucking...
Cause we gotta have Dalsim for Smash Brothers, bro. That's why. Fuck. Like
When
I'm
they can
not
actually
playing
put
Smash
those
Bros. Until they put Earthworm Jim in. Remember him?
you remember him?
Remember
Unimportant.
Earthworm Jim?
He was Nintendo. You're right.
Was he Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sega.
Super
It
Nintendo.
was Sega.
Maybe
Okay,
Super
second.
Nintendo? Space Jam?
No.
Oh
Space
my
Jam.
god.
Abe's Odyssey, I feel like was.
Who? That's PlayStation,
Oops.
bro.
Yeah. Okay.
PlayStation.
Oh, Earthworm Jim, because I have it at the store. I have like a SNES cartridge with Earthworm Jim on it.
It might have been on
Might have
SNES.
been,
It could have
I
been one
don't know
of
who
those.
owns it now, but
Rockstar Games owns it.
wow. And they're not microtransactions in that bitch?
Rockstar, Interplay, Virgin Interactive, Activision, Playmate Toys, Gameloft, Majesco Entertainment, Tectoy, Activision Blizzard, Crave Entertainment, Atari, THQ, Vivendi Games,
reading?
You've been
Takara.
reading. You
These
started
are
reading.
all the
Naming
publishers
all of
of
them.
these different
You just
games.
started reading.
Yeah.
These are all the different publishers that have.
That out of his
gotten
hand.
it.
Earthworm Jim?
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
Activision, Rockstar,
Blizzard,
Interplay,
Activision.
Virgin.
That dude got passed around.
He got passed around. He a hoe. He a
He's
mangera.
an Earthworm.
He's a
Mangera.
mangera, bro.
Earthworm. He belongs to Earth.
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 No, he's been all over the place. But relax, dude. Arms is coming out next,
Nobody
okay?
cares. Nobody
Yeah,
plays the
I care.
actual game. Of course you do. It's the only fighting game you're good at, dude.
Oh, better than you though. So.
Yeah, that's true. You are better.
Still
than me.
better
I
than
said
me.
that. You are better than me at one.
If I practice the other ones, I'd still be
Semi-fighting
better than you because I'm better than you at all the FPSs you've ever played, ever of all
no way
time.
We can,
All
Okay,
time.
no way we can.
Quantify this.
Yeah.
You want one me, bro?
What is that gonna prove?
I don't know. I'm better than you.
How?
What do you want? I don't know.
Settle it.
There's no way. Like it's not like a fighting game.
My
Where I
pussy's
can
bigger than yours,
beat
okay?
your ass.
I'll out Resident Evil you.
You goddamn calm down. You will.
You
You totally
By
I will
11
never
minutes.
play that game.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's about it for me.
For you?
What do you got?
Pokemon Snap's coming to Switch. That's coming.
So-
It's by Namco Bandai.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
That's
And like when you see
new.
the screenshots, like
Was that
it
the-
looks good, but then they brought up Pokemon Sword and Shield. They're like, here's the graphics for that game, and then here's the graphics for Pokemon Snap, and he's like, Nintendo don't know what the fuck they want to do. Like these were really good. Like they should have used these graphics for this game,
For that game.
and they didn't. Like, and
So-
it's both Pokemon
But
World.
isn't
It's
Snap
weird.
the one where you took pictures
Mhm.
of them?
Yeah.
That was back in 64
I mean,
days, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Nintendo
Yeah,
64.
Nintendo 64.
If they don't have to, I guess, put room on the cartridge for combat mechanics and stuff, and it's just about visual,
But
how
it's
visually
gonna go to a
appealing you
different
can make
screen
it
for the
look.
combat, right?
There's combat?
Yeah,
I never played
I don't
Pokemon
remember.
Snap.
I don't
No,
remember that
in
being-
regular Pokemon, there's
No, I'm
combat.
talking
yeah.
about Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
when you
but
go
they.
into combat, doesn't the screen change?
But it's also an open world game
But what
with
I'm
a
saying
shitload
is-
more content.
Okay.
Whereas
Pokemon Snap was on rails. You were just
literally
going.
sat in a cart.
Oh, I guess that's true.
So you can focus a lot more on what they look like and how
Yeah.
they.
But it's being published by Bandai Namco, developed by Bandai Namco, published by Nintendo. So.
Okay.
And also this week, the new Pokemon expansion came out, and
I stopped with Pokemon long, like after
Sword and Shield.
It came out.
With Sword and Shield, I mean, it was basically like a new wild area.
it came out. I played it. Cool, and that's it.
Yeah, I
Just let
mean,
them off.
No.
This was the first Pokemon game that couldn't hold my attention.
Really?
They
Yeah,
said it was
really
very
good.
linear and not like super dumbed down.
Well, the story.
we wanted
wasn't
open
good,
world.
but-
The story sucked, and then like now you're getting a new rival, you're getting some new Pokemon, you're getting a new area, but like, oh, is it worth $15?
No, it's
Probably not.
Unless you're like into the whole competitive scene of actually like breeding your Pokemon and going out there and like, 'cause I know there's like events.
I got into
Yeah.
all of that and Pokemon X and Y. Loved it. I
Those
was
are good.
breeding everything I could, and every time I would come back
Yeah,
to
you
town, me and like 2 or 3 other people would just sit down and play, and we'd have all new teams. We'd be like, oh man, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And it was really entertaining, and it was just like 3 of us.
Yeah.
But for Sword and Shield, it felt like way more people were playing it, but nobody was breeding, nobody was creating teams to
Min-maxing
play,
and stuff like that.
and it was like I just lost interest in doing it because it's you build these things to show them off.
Yeah.
Showing them off to yourself does nothing.
Yeah.
It's like
Cool.
I could be doing something else.
Yes.
Speed run Resident Evil. And showing it off on Ruben's stream.
On my screen.
There you go.
Thank you.
I like that.
Speaking of Last of Us that came out today, it also got review bombed to shit.
Why?
Because people were mad about Ellie being gay or
I thought that was like
strong
already kind
female,
of known.
but yeah, it was in the
From the get go, like you knew.
it was in the DLC,
Yeah,
and like people are upset that they were using her to like play SJW shit, whatever. So it's getting review bombed. Whatever, I don't care. I'm still gonna play the game,
Yeah.
regardless. But it's users like so. Critic scores are 9.5s,
Yeah.
9.5, 10s, 5.0s, 4.5s,
Solid-
whatever.
solid
Solid
scores,
scores. But like all the user reviews are like shit.
Yeah, those are people who are just mad about one thing. Like if you go to
Yeah.
Amazon and like,
Hold
look at
on.
something.
Not necessarily, because there's a lot of stuff, especially movies, where critics are like raving about movies, and then when you actually get people into those movies, you're looking like, okay, why is the critics saying it's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece?
They
And
actually
then
want-
everybody else is standing there saying, well, I want my money back. This is a 2 out of 10 at best.
Or the opposite with
Yeah,
Sonic. Like Sonic was high praise from the users, shit praise from the critics.
Yeah.
well, sometimes critics are
because-
just that.
Well, they're 2 different classes of people. 2 people who look at movies and media in very different ways. And like the critics on Sonic, they were probably pissed off that so much backlash caused it to be changed so drastically. I mean, what does that do for their industry?
Yeah.
You know, it basically tells them, oh, well, they know more than we do, or you care about them more than us. Whereas video games could be the same. You can have a whole bunch of people who are like, hey, now's the time to be woke, and let's praise this beautiful masterpiece of a game, that strong woman characters and LGBTQS, whatever. And then the players are like, it's repetitive, it sucks, it's nothing, you
and-
haven't
yeah, but they're not
advanced
saying that.
anything.
And
Well, I don't know what they're
also the
saying.
ending got spoiled 2 months in advance.
2 months ago,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's also probably a part of the problem. But also SJW is also that the combat and things are repetitive. But like whenever you play a game like Last of Us, like even Last of Us 1, the original, was repetitive. Like you go into an area, you try to figure out how to survive to the end of that area, and then you go to the next area. Like
Yeah.
Well,
it's
how
not
long,
fucking difficult.
How long has it been in between the games?
2013 was the original.
Okay,
so 7 years.
Roughly 7 years.
Yeah.
We'll just say 5 years because there's a certain
Development
amount of
time.
development. And
Right.
if it's the same game with a different coat of paint, though,
Mhm.
wouldn't you expect some type of advancement? Like something that
I think you
be
see the jump now.
creative. See,
There's jump now.
Is there a slide? Can we slide?
Is there a jump? I don't know. I haven't even played the
I
game.
think it's jump now.
But like, but the same thing could be said about Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. Like,
Well, they were like less than a year apart,
right.
and
but,
one was a direct sequel to the other, and was expected to play into the other one.
right. But what I'm saying is like that not much changed, and it's same developer, same gameplay. Like, I don't consider it repetitive because they're two different, like completely separate games. Like even if they would come out 5 years apart, 6 years apart, or whatever, I would still consider them two completely different games.
Well, see, I can't. The only thing that sucks for me as far as the Resident Evil remakes is I want them to do the same thing with Resident Evil 1 because I want
and 0.
You can give or take. I mean, you could leave it, but honestly, you have the HD remaster of Resident Evil 1, and it's beautiful. It's a great nod to the original Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same vein that they took RE2 and remade it and created this masterpiece, I want that done for this trilogy because, in large, most fans of Resident Evil consider the first 3 games like
Right.
a condensed story. It was like a trilogy of games.
Okay, so let me change it up a little bit. Red Dead Redemption 1 from Red Dead Redemption 2.
You're telling me nothing changed? I didn't play
Like
those games.
Graphics. Really? Like, tell me, Steven.
There were no mechanical
There was a lot of
differences.
shit.
Well, mechanics changed?
Yeah.
Like what?
I mean, you got to do a lot more things.
Okay, like what?
I think the town's more alive. I think the world was more alive in the
Well,
part 2.
right. Because graphics and technology, but I mean, we're talking about like a 10-year gap between two games. Grand Theft Auto 4 to Grand Theft Auto 5 was a 5-year gap.
Well,
Even that,
differences between Grand Theft Autos, like arguing the differences between NBA 2K.
But that's all I was getting at. Is like,
12.
like if it's something that you enjoyed to play on the first go around, you would assume that it's okay to play the second. Go
Some
around.
people are okay with getting more of what you played already,
Right.
and some people don't.
It's repetitive.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, I
Have
guess
you not
it takes
played-
around.
have you not played Assassin's Creed? I mean, all of
Yeah,
them
but
are the
if you-
same.
Nah, not necessarily. If
They're
you play
all-
Assassin's Creed the original,
Oh, that's dog
and then
shit.
you play
That's
2,
hard.
Yeah.
it was a world of difference.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like ever
And I
since
think that's
2,
what a lot of people expect. What do you mean since 2?
But
Since 2 to like
now.
3 was kind of different, and it wasn't until Black Flag came out because
That's
then
when
you
they
had
changed
ships
it up.
and
Yeah,
shit. That's
the
when
ships,
they
yeah.
changed
That's when they
shit
changed it up.
But aren't Assassin's Creed like a year apart, right?
They were.
They
Now
were.
they're 2 to
Now
3
they're
years
2 to
apart.
3.
Okay, but
they changed the
But what I'm
development
saying is,
Call of Duty.
if you get a game out that's 7 years from its original, you'd like some type of advancements in any way. You don't want to just
You
look like it's
expect
a
advancements,
replication
you
of it.
expect mechanical changes too.
Right. I haven't gotten like
You
into
haven't played
actual
it. I have never
gameplay, so I
played it,
haven't
so-
played it. I can't tell you that for sure. But like,
But even then, like with the adding a jump, that's an advancement. That's a different mechanic.
right.
But who knows what else they added in? Like
Yeah.
I've never played it. You haven't played it.
I haven't played it.
It might.
Yeah,
And
it
you
might.
just came fresh off of 1.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to
So
tell.
you're-
I'm
be the only
gonna
one
tell
who
you
knows this.
straight up for sure. So
Yeah.
I'll for sure I'm gonna do that next week. I'm gonna put a lot of hours into
Okay,
it this week.
a good example. You go from Resident Evil 1 remake or the remaster
Mhm.
HD or whatever, not remake, and you have tank controls.
Right.
Okay, which was famous for Resident Evil all the way up till 4.
Right.
So
Not Code Veronica, but 4.
correct.
Just to
I
specify.
know you want Code Veronica.
Just to
in there.
specify.
But when you go from that to this, it feels like they really dug down deep and
Mhm.
changed the core of what Resident Evil could feel like.
Right.
And it's even different from 4, which is like super action-packed, roundhouse kicks to the face kind of thing. They brought it back down to clunky, claustrophobic movements and stuff like that. I think over a certain amount of time difference, that's what they want. They want something to mechanically alter the game so it feels new
Right.
and not just a rehash.
I get what you're saying, but like at the same on the same token, I'd look at games like Call of Duty where they don't really change much over,
You know.
or Halo where they don't change too much, or
Oh, I don't know.
Assassin's Creed where to me, like, yes, they are changes because I played every single one of them, but to me they aren't changes like so vast that it like
No, they're subtle. Yeah,
there's
they're
subtle changes like Unity was awesome. Like Unity, it got bombed. Unity got bombed because people didn't like whatever aspects of it, but like the parkour was badass.
Yeah.
But like you go into Origins and Odyssey, where like okay the parkour was badass, but now in Odyssey and Origins, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that landmass, we're gonna spread it out by 100 times, and then you gotta walk really far, and the parkour is not as good.
Yeah.
But you can still do all the cool shit that you want to do.
Yeah.
It's like an RPG, but not really so much. But you can. But
You can, you want.
But, I mean, like they change certain things over time. And I'm all about progressiveness in video games and like changing up mechanics and stuff like that. But don't change it so much to where it takes away what I liked about the game. Like I like Last of Us. I like Assassin's Creed. I like Assassin's Creed 1. Is it repetitive? Fuck yeah, it's repetitive. But I still like to play 2, 3, Odyssey, Black Flag, Origins. I love all those games because the story's compelling. It brings me back. And I don't mind the fact that, hey, some shit's the same from last game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, give me a better story. Give me something to make me play. And that's like, if you're going to review bomb a game over it's the same as the last game, then...
Well, has any of us looked up what the review bombs were?
It's all fucking 3 point... Those are fucking, like, low scores.
But, like what are they saying, though?
SJW's repetitive combat and the controlling of the character was basically, like, the biggest...
Okay.
Like, the actual controls of the character. Because, like, if you play through Last of Us 1... and the fact that the ending got spoiled. But if you play through Last of Us 1...
That's out of control.
Out of your control, yeah.
But yeah,
but they're just finding something.
They're just finding something to bitch about. But like, if you play through 1, like if you had Ellie with you and you were sneaking by and Ellie would like run in front of an enemy, like the AI isn't 100%. It isn't perfect, but like shit like that takes you out of the game. I get it, but like to review bomb it, like the game's been out for 18 hours now.
Yeah.
Like, how are you review bombing this game? You haven't played through it. Come on, guys.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of people who get advanced copies of it, you know?
Yeah, and they've all given it fucking great scores. All those people have given it 10s, 9s, 4s,
Well, if
5s.
anything, it's proof that you should not let any one reviewer or critic
My man.
determine if you do or
That's
don't
why
like
one
a
of us
game.
buys the game and then just...
I hand it off to everybody else.
Digital
Our friend
copies,
Jimmy.
though. How do we share?
Physical
Our friend
copies,
Jimmy.
bro.
How do we
Physical
share
copies.
digital
Oh man,
copies?
you taking it back to 2013, bro?
Yeah, bro.
The last two that I got were both video game announcements and or leaks. One was an announcement of Skate 4 is coming out. That's an EA title. Very popular, realistic skater. It's coming. I guess Tony Hawk remaster's coming out. Like Skate 4 is coming out all of a sudden. Yeah.
Skate Wars.
No, Skate 4.
Ride the hype, bro.
Ride that hype.
Skate Bird. How about that one?
That too.
You play as a
That's
little
Tony Hawk.
bird and you skate.
You play as
Little bird.
Tony Hawk and you're a little
you're a
baby
hawk.
hawk.
You're a little
You're
hawk.
Chicken Hawk.
And then the last one that I had was Crash Bandicoot 4 got leaked by a Taiwanese ratings board, and then after that happened, what ended up happening was Naughty Dog ended up announcing Crash Bandicoot 4.
Is he going to be in Smash?
Huh? I hope so. That'd be a good character.
It seems like he'd fit.
He'd fit. He'd fit the bill.
Yeah.
Fit the bill.
Yeah.
Be mad, bro. Halo. I want Master Chief.
Wow, you got Snake.
I got introduced.
Bro.
I got introduced to Halo for the first. Well, not the first time, but the first time in like 20 years.
Yeah, you did.
Last night.
Yeah, you did.
Not fun. Not fun. That game's fucking loaded, dude. Like,
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, dude. I was getting ear hold from like across the map, and I'm like,
Ear
hold
hold.
on. I'm just sitting here trying to turn with these tank control. Like I'm falling
Yeah.
all over the place. Like no more Halo.
No more Halo.
No more Halo.
No more Halo.
Make,
Halo
make
5
some
launch
movies.
title.
I wanna watch some Halo movies, like some high end production
They
movies.
got some good comics. And,
Yeah,
Give me some Peter
comic
Jackson.
movies.
good-
novels.
They do have some good novels.
Where's Peter Jackson when you need a good Halo movie?
He'll make it into like 13 movies and
Jack
shit.
Black's got to be in it.
Or James Cameron? Yeah.
Oh,
Sci-fi god.
God.
Anyway, what's up, Rick?
I think that's it for me.
All right,
We've been an hour 27. That's been a minute since we had a long show. But thank you for Kevin and Morris for hanging out.
No problem.
Really
Sorry
appreciate
for the technical issues there.
it. Yeah,
but
sorry guys. It was the
we'll
first time
fix
using
it the next
PC.
time.
We're kind of
I blame Steven.
we were running kind of late. It was Friday. We just got off work. But hey, we really appreciate you guys making time hanging out with us. It's always enjoy it. It's really good. You guys can catch me at OS_Rick and little catch these hands. Catch me on Street Fighter. No, I don't play that game. But yeah, I love streaming. Catch me on Twitch, guys. YouTube's I'm not on there too much, and IG. So you guys could just see me there. You want to hang out, chit chat, and then watch my stream. I really appreciate it. You guys?
No, Steven, you're next.
You can catch me at all social medias at OS_chameleon with a K.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Catch me streaming Apex Legends.
Winning.
Starting yesterday.
I've been doing it.
You've been off and on.
Oh, really?
I'll catch it.
Been
I'll
done
catch
at
it.
yeah.
I gotta add you to my
I'll
list.
catch it.
My bad.
Interesting.
Catch it.
Thanks, friend.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks for
Morris?
telling me.
Thanks, friendo.
I'm pretty much just on M Monkey Feet on Instagram. That's about it.
You on Twitter?
No, I do, but I don't feel
It's
like
fun,
I don't feel like
it's fun.
Twitter sucks, dude.
digging up my
Get off
password
of
to
Twitter,
figure it
dude.
out.
Get off of Twitter. Twitter
It's
sucks.
fucking toxic.
It's shit.
As always, guys, you can catch me on all things
Go
social
Twitter.
media at OS_onslaught. If you want to hit up the podcast, hit us up at optionselectpodcast@gmail.com or on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, all things at optionselectpodcast. We love you guys so much. We appreciate you hanging out with us every week, week in, week out. We look forward to seeing you next week. What'd you say?
He's hovering against the button.
He's like, cut him off.
Cut
Cut
him
him
off.
off.
Wrap it up,
Wrap it up,
All right, guys. That's it. We love you. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.